All right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to take notes on let's just call them Chapter 2 notes. And today is November 7, 24. Okay. Y'all, I don't know why you're so chatty. So we're just going to call these Chapter 2 notes. Okay. One of the things we need to make sure we do is keep the definition of multiplicative inverse. Oops. Okay, so multiplicative inverses. You guys were able to find that definition yesterday. It's two numbers with a product of 1. I'll give you a quick example. 4/5 times 5/4. A little bit. When you multiply fractions, you multiply 4 times 5 on the top and 5 times 4 on the bottom. Both of those end up at 20. And that is what we call fancy 1. Any number divided by itself is 1. Our first example will show why that's important. Another term that you looked up yesterday was coefficient. Anybody want to share their definition of that? So brave. All right, so a coefficient is the numerical factor of a variable term. That is a lot of math speak. So let's give some examples. So if I have 7/8 times x, the 7/8 is the coefficient. If I have 3b, the 3 is the coefficient. If I have 0.2r, the 0.2 is the coefficient. Are we good with that? Tell me to slow down if I'm too fast. Okay. We are going to solve an equation together. Give yourself a little space in front of the equation. It's going to be 3 4c equals 18. Now, what is going on between the 3/4 and the c? Yeah, multiplication. So, well, first I got to draw my river. When we have a number that's being multiplied by our variable, how do we undo that? What's the opposite of multiplying? Dividing. Very good. But when we go to divide a fraction by a fraction, what we actually do is we use the Whoa, so sorry about that. What we actually do is we multiply by the inverse. We're just going to say the inverse. And you're going to know that I mean the multiplicative inverse. Okay? So to multiply by the inverse, we're going to multiply both sides by 4/3. I should not have put those notes close like that. Sorry about that. So now what we do is we know that 4 divided by 4 is 1, and that 3 divided by 3 is 1. Multiplicative inverses knock each other out, so we just have the c left. Then we have 18 times 4 divided by 3. Can you think of a number that might go into 18 and 3? Yeah, 3. 3 goes into 3 one time, and it goes into 18 6 times. So now we don't have to figure out 18 times 4. We just say 6 times 4, and that's 24. That is our answer. We're not going to take time to check. But you should on the homework. I just want to get through the 3 real quick questions. Okay. And we'll pause for a short minute. If your equation has a mixed number, you need to make that into an improper fraction before we move forward. So we're going to solve 1 1/2 s equals 16 1/2. I'm going to show you how to do this, quote unquote, properly, and then I'm going to show you how to do it on the calculator. Okay? So 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So this is now 3/2 s. 2 times 16 is 32, plus 1 is 33 halves. Okay, oops, I forgot my ruler. Then what we do is we multiply by the multiplicative inverse to get the s alone. These cross each other out. We have s equals, the 2's cross each other out. 3 goes into 3 once, goes into 33 11 times. So S equals 11. If that was a whole number instead of 1.5 S, we would divide this number by that one, okay? So what I'm going to show you on the calculator is how to divide this number by that number. So we go 16 ABC, 1 ABC, 2. That is 16 and 1/2. Then we hit the divide key, and then we're going to hit 1 ABC, 1 ABC, 2. That is 1 and 1/2. Okay? And it gives us the answer of 11. So if you know how to use the fraction button on your calculator, your life gets exponentially easier. Okay? So we can talk more about that if you need to individually. Okay? There's one other example that I want to do, and it's a word problem. So I apologize for its existence in the world. Actually, let me grab a smaller one. In English. Okay. Oops. So it says the softball team won 75% or 75% or 18 of their games. Define a variable, write an equation to find the number of games played. So we don't know how to use percents in equations. What do we know how to use? Decimals. So 75% is the same as 0.75. And it says to define a variable for the total number of games. What letter you want to use? I, for no apparent reason, we'll use the I. Equals 18. Because 75% is the same as 18 in this scenario. So multiplying, so we divide. Now, dividing by fractions, we know how to use the calculator. Dividing by decimals, that is easy breezy on the calculator. So we have 18 divided by 0.75. So they played a total of 24 games. Now, I know last week when you were working on this, or the week before with Miss Gluth, you really wanted to just say, you wanted to just put your variable on one side. To be a one-step equation, the variable has to have something with it. Okay. All right. So that is the end of our notes. What you're going to do today is work on the second side, bless you, of your in-class work from yesterday. And then you have paper homework.